Welcome back to another episode of the Casey Campbell podcast. Casey Campbell with you, of course. Pleased to be joined by Leyton Riviere of St. Domnic Savio High School down in Texas. How's it going?
Yes, sir. It's going well. How about yourself?
Doing well. Let's talk about how your past football season went for you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No, we had a really good season. It was a really good senior season. We had a really good receiving core. They're really fun to work with. And shout out to my O line. We had a really good O line this year.
Yeah.
Um, and then the defense for making plays. But no, this season it was definitely a great one to end on. We we don't have a balanced offense. I would say we pass the ball quite a bit. Um, so that was a lot of fun having that core of guys. We were all seniors. It was a very senior heavy team, and we slung the thing around, and it was a lot of fun.
What was the biggest thing that you really kind of learned this season? Just overall throwing and overall playing the position and all that.
Yes, sir. I'd say the biggest thing I learned, and I wouldn't say it's just this year, but over the past 3 years, we've really worked on reading the field. Um, if they give you a certain coverage to check down or what to do with certain coverages, that was definitely a big part of these past 3 years. Since I came in as a sophomore, not really knowing that, and I would say that was definitely a big part of our success, um, because we just gradually got better and better and better. And
Yeah.
but not only I saw it, but our receivers saw it as well.
Okay.
Um, so it was awesome.
So going into this year, what's the biggest thing that you learned?
Biggest thing that I learned going into this year,
Yes.
to take the check downs, to take what they give you.
Okay.
Let your receivers work.
All right. Okay. Biggest thing that you worked on, heading in from this summer to, this, this past
Yeah.
season.
Um, Biggest thing I worked on. Are you asking like fundamental wise?
Yeah.
Okay. I've always worked on my really quick release. It's always just something I've been proud of. But something I worked in going into this year would definitely be like a stronger base, a stronger core.
Mhm.
Really trying to use the hips to try to get some more power on it, not just using your upper body. And I would say that really helped me this year as well because we throw the ball quite a bit in practice. We throw the ball quite a bit in game. That's a lot of throws in a week. So it's definitely helped out my arm for sure.
Yeah. Okay. So this past year, what were some of like the best memories from this past season?
Yes, sir. No, there were definitely some great memories, and I'll hit on two. First one being we played a crosstown rival that I actually haven't got to play while I was there. And they were favored to be really good. I think they were favored to either win the district or get second in a really tough district. And they came to our house. The thing was sold out. There were fans everywhere. There were fans on the sidelines. Um, and we took it to them. We beat them pretty good. It came down to the fourth quarter, but we finished really well, and that was one of my favorites. And then also senior night. It was last high school game ever because we don't get playoffs. And it was one of the best feelings ever. We went out. I think we passed for around 600 to 700 yards that game, and it was just incredible. And then walking off the field to a standing ovation was even it was just all the work, all the lifting early mornings, what nobody saw. It all came down in that moment. It was just like, wow.
What was that moment like to know that, this is kind of it? Your high school career's done.
Yeah, no, it hit hard right then. I didn't really believe it, I'd say. That whole week it just didn't really feel real. It didn't feel like it was really coming to an end. And it hit in that moment. A lot of hugs, and I just kind of sat there and I kind of took it all in. I mean, I even stayed on the field for a minute after the game and just took everything in. I mean, thankful that I got the opportunity to go out there and play, start at quarterback for 3 years, you know. Um, but yeah, I really took it in. I mean, I knew that it wasn't going to be the end of football for me. But it was definitely it was the end of a chapter, and that was hard.
Yeah. Okay, so let me ask you this. What does like football mean to you?
Football means the world to me. I kind of fell in love with it. I never really I didn't play tackle until I got to middle school. So that in middle school was rough for me. I was a B team backup. I wasn't very good in middle school. I'll never forget crying to my dad in seventh grade when I got benched, and it was just horrible. I was like, I want to quit. I want to do this. And he was like, just stick with it. I promise you, it's gonna work out. Just work hard. And my freshman year, I really made huge strides. I became a quarterback. I became who I am, and it's just meant the world to me ever since. It's every time I watch football, I just even when the football's on USFL in the off season, it's just like let's turn that on, you know. Um, but I mean, it truly means the world to me, and I don't know where I'd be or what I'd do without it.
Yeah. What is next for you?
Next, college football. And I have the place that I'm gonna go to. I haven't announced it yet. Uh, but it's that, and I'm super excited, and I can't wait. I mean, there's huge things. I mean, it's just the beginning, and that's insane to think about. But I'll tell you, I'm super excited for what's coming.
Okay. Also, what's the biggest thing you're gonna miss about high school football and all that?
The biggest thing I'm gonna miss is definitely the small town feel. We're in Austin, Texas, so it's a bigger city, but I go to a private school, so it's kind of got a smaller town feel. It's a smaller stadium, and stands are always packed. Everybody knows everybody. The student section, I'm gonna miss that for sure. But what I'm gonna miss most is definitely playing with the guys I grew up with. I'll never forget this group of seniors. I'll never forget the whole team, but this group of seniors was incredible, and I wouldn't have wanted to do it with anybody else.
All right. Okay, let's get to know you a little bit, Leyton. How about that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, favorite, what's best football memory you've ever had?
Best football memory, I definitely have to say walking off the field. After my last game, there was no better feeling after. I mean, I sat there and thought about how my middle school coaches told me how much I sucked, you know, and it just all came back to me, like all the hard work, like that was the most all around, like full circle moment for me in football.
Yeah. Okay. What is the your most favorite player to who's your overall favorite player?
Oh boy, that's a hard one. I've got a few. My favorite's always been Drew Brees. I've loved the way he plays. I kind of replicate my game after him. You know, he didn't have the strongest or the biggest arm, but he was so intelligent, and he knew where the ball was going before the ball was even snapped.
Okay.
And he also had a really quick release, and his fundamentals were incredible. And then another guy that I look after is Joe Burrow. Just his toughness. I mean, he puts it all out there. He's not going to leave anything left to out of his hands. You know, he's going to be that guy, and I really try to replicate that as well.
Favorite movie?
Favorite movie? Oh boy, this is a hard one. I was just thinking about this the other day. I've always said that my favorite. I mean, I'm a huge Texas fan, so I've always said my favorite is oh my gosh, what's the movie with it's Freddie Steinmark? Uh, oh boy, I can't think. Wow, this is horrible. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's My All American. That's it. My All American. It's about Freddie
Okay.
Steinmark, and he like plays and he's got to amputate his leg. It was really good.
Yeah. Favorite food?
Favorite food. Oh, that's also a tough one. I like some fried chicken, some good fried chicken. I like some like a filet. Filet's good with some béarnaise and some potatoes. And then fast food wise, I really started to fall in love with some crunch wraps.
Okay. Favorite team to root for?
Favorite team to root for has to be the University of Texas, no matter what it is. I mean, definitely football, but anything University of Texas does, I've just always kind of grown up with it all my life.
Yeah.
And I love it. It was awesome getting to see them play in the college football playoff this year, even though we lost, but
Yeah.
it was awesome.
All right. And then finally, what's something people might not know about you?
Ooh. Um, Maybe some people don't know about me is that I love to hunt and fish. I don't get the opportunity too much. I stay pretty busy. But I love doing that. It's so peaceful, and I like hunting more than fishing. But it's just being one with nature is awesome.
All right. Well, Leyton, thank you so much for coming on and talking with us, and best of luck in your college football career.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much for having me on. I really appreciate it.